Hey guys, Ranger here, and welcome back to another video. And this is probably going to be a quick video. Thought I heard some sort of like a bird or something outside, like a crow or something. Anyway, something. How many of us have been out somewhere and lost the key to your vehicle? It's a scary thing. It's a scary thing whenever you're out and suddenly you start looking for the key to your vehicle and you can't find it. It is a freaking scary thing. Well, that happened to me this morning. But that's not the main topic here. It's what happened during that and what happened after. That is the interesting thing. This morning I was leaving work. I got out and as I'm going through the parking lot to the vehicle, I put my hand in my pocket to get the key, and I couldn't feel the key. And I'm like, oh crap. And immediately I started to kind of go into a panic and start feeling around, and I realized there was a hole in my pocket. I didn't know it was there. And I'm like, oh no. And so I had no idea where the heck the key was. So my first instinct was to go back and go every place that I'd been and look to see if I could find it. But I thought, you know, if it fell, I would have heard it. But the thing is, here I am in a snowy parking lot. This parking lot's black. It's still, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and the parking lot is still dark. And I thought, you know, what if it's here in the parking lot somewhere? Like somebody accidentally kicked it. They didn't see it, and it's somewhere here. And so as I'm walking back, as I'm heading back inside to try to find my key, I run into one of the other guys that I work with is coming out. Now, this guy I've been working with, he's been there longer than I have. We talk, we get along real well. And so, you know, I thought he, you know, like, I kind of wondered whenever I knew I was going to have to tell him that I lost my key. And I thought immediately, what is he going to say? Was he going to offer to help me find the key? Was he going to offer to take me home? What? I was kind of surprised by his answer. Again, I've been talking to this guy as long as I've been working there, and like I said, we get along real well, or seemingly real well. But the moment that I told him I lost my key, I can't get inside the vehicle, he just laughed like it was kind of no big deal, and then said, Then he said, better call Mom. Then he just said, see you later, dude, and got in his vehicle and left me there. He just got in his vehicle and left me there, like brushed off like it's nothing. I mean, I live 8 minutes from work. Like literally, it takes me like 7-8 minutes at the longest to get to work. That's as long as it takes me. And he's been to my house before. He knows where I live. It's closer for me from my house to work than it is for him. And I thought, at the very least he would offer to help me look for the key. No, he does not. He just gets in his vehicle and takes off and leaves me there. And I'm just thinking, okay, thanks, dude. Thanks a lot. So I go back in and I start going up and down, looking all over, every place where I went, trying to find the key. And I had to call my mom to tell her, you know what, you might have to come and get me, or if I can't find this key. And like, I had her on the phone while I'm trying to find the key, and I didn't see it anywhere that I was. And so last place, I just happened to just lift my pant leg up a bit. Boom, key fell out. Somehow the key had went through that hole, went all the way down my pant leg, and was resting between my pant leg and my shoe. And I didn't even feel it. I never felt it. I don't even know when it did it. But thank God my key was there. And immediately as soon as it happened, I went, oh my gosh. And my mom was laughing because I was able to get inside the vehicle. And again, I get back out of the parking lot. The other guy's long gone. And I got in the vehicle and I started coming home. And, you know, my first thought was, you know, like a couple years ago, I was at work, and this other guy, he called and said his vehicle wouldn't start, and so he wasn't going to make it to work. And so they asked me at work if I could get in my truck, drive to his house, while on the clock, get him and bring him to work. And I did. And I didn't take any money from him for gas. But I did that so he would not get in trouble, and he would still, you know, he would not get in trouble, and he, you know, he would have worked that night. But yet, whenever I lose my key, he never offered to help me find my key. And my first thought whenever I got in the vehicle and I started home was, alright, you know, you wait till, like, you lose your key. That was my first thought. But I know if it happened, even though he did me that way, if he lost his key, I would still offer to help him find it. Because that's just me. I can't do somebody wrong like that. I can't. I'm that person that, you know, I don't want to do somebody wrong. Even if they do something wrong to me, I still cannot do them dirty. Because the way I look at it, I mean, I don't want to be the bad guy. I don't want to be the villain. And at the very least, if I still am nice to them, at least I know, I have on my conscience that at least, even if they weren't nice to me, I was still nice to them. And I know that regardless, you know, they're the ones that's going to have to suffer later because they acted like a jerk. And I want to do the right thing. And so, I mean, that's just how that I'm coded. That's just how that I'm programmed. And so even if it were to reverse and there comes a situation where it was early in the morning, he couldn't find his key, I'd have my flashlight on my keys going around helping him try to find his key. Because that's just how I am. It's not that I'm a sucker. It's not, you know, I'm just that kind of person, you know. Like, I enjoy helping somebody if they need help. I'm not going to just take off and leave them. Because, you know, you always, for me, it's always that second thought, you know, turn it around. What if it was you in that situation? And so, you know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And I can't do somebody wrong. I don't want to do somebody wrong. But I found out this morning that if I was hanging over the side of a cliff and he was the only one around to pull me up, I might as well just go ahead and freaking let go. Because he's not going to pull me up. But yeah, that that happened this morning. Like, he completely abandoned me. I wouldn't have expected him to actually, you know, take me home. I would have told him no, he didn't have to. But, I mean, at the very least, he could have helped me find the key. And it's not because he was in a hurry to leave work. It's not because of that. Because I can guarantee you right now, I can promise you, between him and I'm the one that wants to leave work the most. I can guarantee you that much right now. Every morning, I'm the one who wants to leave work the most. I'm the one that is freaking eager to get out of there so I can go home and relax and live my life. And do what I'm doing right now, making a video. Along with writing and, you know, just living my life away from that hectic environment. But I'm the one who wants to leave work the most. I'm the one who is, like, who's doing everything I can, burning rubber to get out of there. He is not. He is not one of those people. And so it's not because he was in a hurry to get home. No, I'm always the one who's in a hurry to get home. But he took off and just left. Did not give a crap. And yeah, I know some people would say, well, you know, whatever, if things were to reverse and something like that were to happen to him, you have the right to not help him find his key or whatever. I know that. I know I do. But again, I'm just not that kind of person. And I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want to be somebody who is, you know, vengeful and tries to get revenge on somebody like that. That's not who I am, and that's not who I want to be. And so, you know, believe me though, and I also have to make this clear that I am not a doormat that somebody can walk all over. You know, people, I know some people would think, well, okay, so you would do whatever you could to help somebody. That means you're a doormat. You know, that means somebody could walk all over you. I guarantee you right now, I am not a doormat. Because if you had been around me during some moments at work, you would know I'm not a doormat. I will not let someone walk all over me. I have a temper, and I have an attitude sometimes at work. And especially whenever having to deal with people that throw their authority around and try to make it look like, I mean, they remind you that they are over top of you. And they do it with a, haha, I'm over top of you, you do what I say kind of mentality. I don't tolerate that. And I have said things back to my bosses because they tick me off with that mentality. I have said things back to my bosses, and I will still do it. I'm not afraid. And so no, I'm not a doormat. I mean, believe me, people have tried to walk over me. They've tried to walk over me and even wipe their feet on me. But typically, whenever it happens, I wrap myself around their leg and typically try to break it. So yeah, you know, but no, it's just, you know, I don't want to wrong somebody. But I found out, don't count on him. But I can't help but think, I really can't. Like, so there has been twice now that I've had to go and get him from his house. Or there was one time I had to go and get him and take him home that morning. And I keep thinking there was another time too. And I'm thinking to myself right now, if that time ever comes and he cannot get to work and he calls and they ask me, could I go get him? I'm really thinking right now of saying no. You know, I lost my key once. He wouldn't even offer to help me find the key. I'm not going and getting him. And that, I don't know. It depends on my mood that night, and it also depends on how many tardies that he has against him. Because you're limited where I work. You're limited to 5. Sorry, you're limited to 6. You're limited to 5 tardies. Once you get 6, you're terminated. And so it depends on how many tardies that he has up to that point, how many lates that he has. I'll have to see. It depends. But the fact is, like, I'm burning my gas to go and pick him up, and they're not paying me extra for it. They're not paying me for mileage. And so, yeah, I'm going out of my way. He lives, like, for me, 25, 30 minutes away. And then, you know, that's an hour completely. I just 8 minutes. So, yeah. But again, I wanted to make a video and let you guys know about what happened this morning to me. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, it's scary whenever you lose your key. But it's even worse whenever somebody's like, oh, well, you know, screw you, I'm going home. You know what? Well, screw you too, buddy. But again, just want to make a video, let you guys know. Hopefully you get a laugh out of it. Because, yeah, thing with me. Yeah, no joke. But again, just want to make the video, and hopefully you guys got a laugh out of it. Heck, if you got some stories like that too you want to share, please feel free to do so in the comments. I'd love to read them. You know, we just share those stories together about our exploits, about our adventures, like that. But again, thank you guys again for joining me. Hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.